Hello, we're going live, but we're just checking because my camera didn't seem to want to flip for me. So we're just double checking and we'll be back in just 1 second. I might, if you're watching, if you could give me a thumbs up that I'm up the right way, that would be fabulous. Paul Beard, I can see you watching. If you've got a thumbs up for me, that would be great. I just want to make sure that it is up the right way for some reason. Oh, is that a thumbs up? Looks like we might be good. Okay. Crisis averted. Normally anyway, hi, here I am. It is our last cook along for 2023. Can you believe that we are in December, and not only in December, but halfway through December. So it is super scary, but super exciting because there's lots of great things coming up with Christmas and everything, New Year's and all of that to get ready to start a new year. So looking forward to tonight's cook along. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. I am doing tonight a layered chicken salad. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to start off by getting my water up to temperature. I have boiled the jug, so I'm going to make it a little bit quicker by doing that. So if you haven't boiled your jug yet, I would suggest that you do that. And then we're going to go through and do this salad. This is why I love the food processor, because this makes it super easy and we eat with our eyes. And this is a really beautiful salad. If you saw the photo on the information with the cook along tonight, you'll see that it is delicious and looks delicious. And we will be ready to go. So I'm just going to grab my water. And I'm going to pop that in now. So I said about 1 litre, but basically enough water to cover your chicken when you're ready to put the chicken in. So we're not ready to put the chicken in yet. So I'm going to go about 1 litre of water because I want that to be able to cover. Okay, so we've got that on and we're going to get going in just a minute. So we've got, basically you can put anything in the salad that you like. So I'm using carrots, cucumbers, red cabbage, celery, lettuce, and then I'm doing some chicken and some bacon. I've got some tomatoes, anything you like. So, you know, if you want to add mushrooms or, you know, anything like that, you can add mushrooms and things to that as well. But anything you've got at all. If you don't want to use iceberg lettuce, use spinach leaves. It's completely up to you. We always love a recipe where you can adapt it by what's in your fridge as well. So we're going to have tonight our food processor, so have that ready as well. We're going to use the large bowl. You can use the midi bowl too if you like. And then we're going to use the mini bowl to do our beautiful mango chili dressing, which is what's going on top of this. So I'm going to get going. Oh, I've just realised I need some garlic and I'm going to cheat. So I went to grab my garlic out in the cupboard and it didn't look great. I have noticed garlic's been a bit strange, to be honest. So, okay, so I'm just going to do a little bit of minced garlic. So I'm just going to add a couple of small teaspoons of that. If you've got fresh garlic, please absolutely use fresh garlic. That's what we prefer. But yes, that's just what we're going to do tonight. So I'm going to do 2 lemons. And what I'm going to do with my lemons is I'm going to squeeze the juice in there into the hot water without squirting it in my eye. And then I'm going to add the actual pieces of lemon as well, because we want that beautiful flavour in our poached chicken. And this is a really simple way to poach chicken, let me tell you. So the water level is coming up quite a lot now. A couple of bay leaves, which we'll pop in there, paper towel. Okay, and we're going to get going by popping this on for about 5 minutes. Now, it is pretty hot already because we've got it up to the boil. Now, I've popped it onto steam because I want that temperature of 140 degrees. So we've popped it onto steam. We've got it on at 140 degrees. We're popping that on for just 5 minutes, really just to get that temperature really up as high as we can before we put our chicken in. Once we put our chicken in, we're actually going to remove the bowl and set it aside. So this is the poaching process. By the time we get all of our other bits ready with our salad, that chicken should be cooked through beautifully, which is what we want. So we will get there in just a moment. I'm just chopping some chives, which I'm going to pop into my mango chili dressing, which we've got there as well. So if there's anything, like I said, you don't want to add to your salad, by all means leave it out or add anything you want. So you could add a layer of mushrooms. You could add a layer of, I don't know, what else? You tell me what you'd add a layer of. Completely up to you, completely your salad. This is a nice, I mean, I don't know, for any of you that are in Sydney tonight, it is hot. It is another 30-something degree day, and it's going to carry through on the weekend for that as well. So it's always nice to have fresh salads when it is that really hot weather, so that we don't have to be cooking in the kitchen. And that's why I love having a cook expert, is that I don't have to have my oven on. So that's always a really good idea as well, is that we don't have to have our oven, which is just heating up the house when we're trying to cool the house with the air conditioning. And that's a really great reason to have something like this. So we'll let that go for the 5 minutes. I've got all my veggies prepared, so all cut, ready to go. I'm going to be using my grating and slicing blades. And again, you can do them as thick as or thin as you like. When you're doing your grating for these, I have suggestions of what to grate with, but again, that's completely up to you. And I'm going to show you a little trick with how to peel a mango. So stick around. That is worth sticking around for, let me tell you. Okay, so I've got so much going on tonight. I'm just like, oh my gosh, there's so much here, but I need everything. Oh, and the baby's bottle? Probably not. I could probably take that out. Sorry about that. Okay, so how long have we got? Couple more minutes to go, and then we can move on to our dressing. Okay, so our mango dressing, again, if you decide you don't like mango, then you don't need to do the dressing. You can use any dressing you like. The other thing I like to do with my dressing is leave it to the side so people can put their own dressing on, because some people like mango, some people don't like mango. Let's just, make the masses happy by not actually putting dressing on. And I always find salad lasts longer and better the next day if it's not dressed, so that you can just dress it yourself as you need to. So tonight we are going to do a mango chili dressing, which is our mango, some sweet chili, some apple cider vinegar. Now I know we had a question last time about apple cider vinegar. White wine vinegar you could use instead, so if you don't like the apple cider vinegar. We're also going to use some lime juice and some olive oil and some chives. So we're going to mix all that up in our mini bowl, and we're going to do our beautiful dressing for our salad. So a couple more minutes and then we are good to set this aside and get slicing. And again, this is a really super simple, quick recipe. So it probably takes longer to prep than it does to actually put together and actually make it. And by the time we slice all of our veggies, then our chicken should be beautifully poached, ready to go. If your chicken, if you get to that stage and it's not quite ready, and you feel like the water's dropped to temperature too low, then you can always just pop it back on to temperature without speed for a little bit as well, but we'll have a look at that at the end. But I did find it timed beautifully to be able to have it in there and then ready to go when my salad is ready. The other great thing with this is because it's that double insulated walled bowl as well, so that's what's really containing that heat for us to be able to poach our chicken. So not much longer and we will get going. I might just actually set up this. So the first one I'm going to be doing is slicing my lettuce, because I want to put my lettuce on the bottom. But as I said, if you don't want to use lettuce, you could always use baby spinach. So pop some baby spinach leaves on the bottom there. I think I'll just get that ready with our 2mm slicer ready to go. Now, Sarah is there if you've got questions along the way or if you've missed a step. She's got all the instructions. I think that... can't remember what I was going to say. Anyway, 140 degrees. We're just heating up that water. I did put boiling water in there to start because I want to make this process a lot quicker. If you didn't want to do that, you could just bring the water to the boil yourself and then add your chicken. But of course, we always want to make it quicker on ourselves when we can. We're nearly ready. So I hope everyone's ready for Chrissy. I can't believe that it's next week-ish, sort of. Only a week and a half away. Okay, beautiful. Oh yeah, nice and steamy. So at this stage, just going to click that off. I want to pop in my 2 breasts of chicken. And they're quite large breasts of chicken, but they're not too thick. Okay, so I'm just going to poke that down with my finger and then thought against it. The things we do. Okay, so in there we've just got our garlic, we've got our bay leaves, we've got our beautiful lemons, freshly squeezed, and then the actual pieces in there. So we don't want to lose that heat. I can see that chicken turning white already, which is exactly what we want. Now, let me just take that back off. Now, I want you to pop the lid on. It doesn't There we go. And lock it in. And then we're going to remove this and I'm going to set it aside. Okay, we're going to let that chicken do its thing in the juice that we've created for it. And then we're going to move on to doing our processing of all of our beautiful veggies. So this should all come into timing beautifully with our chicken ready at the end when we are ready. Okay, now I just want to make sure, I'm just going to flick that to Food Pro because I know that then I won't be able to see that it's happened. So I'm just going to do it so I know it's happened. Okay, beautiful. So we've got our food processor ready. So we've got our 2mm slicing blade in there and I'm going to start by slicing my lettuce. Now you could just slice lettuce yourself if you liked, but you know what? I'm going to use this anyway, and this just makes it so quick to be able to do that why wouldn't you do this? Okay. Like you could not chop with a knife that quick. Okay, so we'll pop this piece in. And I just love how even it is. Now, if you wanted to do larger quantities of this, then by all means do larger quantities, bigger bowl, whatever it is that you want to do. This is just for tonight with the measurements that I've given you. You can adapt it any way you like. So, because obviously we're not cooking it doesn't really matter. So if you've got a really big, large bowl, I just love how that lettuce is just so perfect in there. So we've got that big, large bowl. Now, if you wanted to rinse your bowl out in between each part, then that's absolutely up to you. It's not necessary. If they mix a little bit, it's okay. They're going to all touch anyway. I'm just going to give it a quick wipe into the sink and then we can clean all that up later. Okay, and then we're going to move on. So the next layer we're going to do is our carrot. And again, you could do this any way you like. You don't have to do it in the order that I'm doing it. So I'm going to get out my 2mm slicer. Oh, sorry, grater, 2mm grater. Now the thing I like to do when I do carrots is to kind of do them long ways. And the way we do them long ways, let me just get rid of my lettuce. I don't want to waste that actually. Let's pop it all in there. Okay, so the way that we're going to do our carrots is long ways, and this is how we do that. So what we're going to do is grab our carrots, and we're going to pop them in like this, okay? So we're laying them down rather than standing them up. Again, if you don't want to do it this way, it's okay. You can do whatever you like. So then when I grate them, keep grating. If I've done them small enough, they will fit long ways. Yeah, see, that's not going to work. It was a really big carrot. I've started buying the carrots that are the quirky, not shaped all the same kind of carrots. They're so much cheaper and there's nothing wrong with them. Okay, especially when I'm going to turn them into this beautiful salad as well. Okay, so the next layer, I'm going to pop in my carrots. Just get rid of those extra little bits that come out. I always use those bits for my carrot cakes. Okay, and then we've got our beautiful layer of carrot into there as well. So this is just so easy to do. It looks amazing. You don't have to be crafty or talented. Look at this. You honestly don't need to be. Okay, so we'll just give that a quick wipe again. Glad I have a strainer in my sink, so I'm not going to be polluting the world with my bits of carrot or my bits of lettuce or my bits of anything. We're all good. Okay. Okay, so we've got that in. The next layer I'm going to do is pop onto the carrot. It's just my tomatoes. So you can use, I actually wanted to use the little Roma tomatoes, but I couldn't get them. But if you want to be really clever, you can stack them all up the sides like this. It's really up to you. It depends on how much time you've got, how much energy you want to put into it. You might use more than one punnet of tomatoes. You might use, actually slice whole tomatoes yourself. You know, whatever it is that you've got is whatever I would do in that salad. So we'll pop those in there. Okay, so what have we got next? We've got our tomatoes. We're going to do our cabbage. So cabbage. I like to use the slicing blade for cabbage, and that's completely up to you. Some people like to actually use the grater and the 4mm grater grates quite well, but I actually quite like just to use the 2mm slicer. I think that gives it a nice size. So we'll pop that in. We'll pop that on. And again, this is why we love the extra large feeding tube, because I can get those pieces in there. Oh, I might get 2 in there. Do you reckon I'm clever enough? Oh, I reckon I am. Okay, so we'll slice that up. So like I say, if you wanted to stand there and chop everything, go for it. But why would you? If you own a food processor, why would you not take full advantage of it and to be doing it this way? Okay, so get rid of those little extra bits. And we're going to pop in there now our red cabbage layer. I love doing these cookalongs because this is dinner for my children tonight, and they are going to love it. And it's healthy, it's good for them. Okay, the other thing I've done, which is in the instructions and the ingredients as well, is I have cooked off some bacon, which I'm going to sprinkle on the top. Again, completely up to you. If we want to go vegan style and we don't want our veggies at all, our meat at all, then you could add some halloumi or something like that to the top of it. So grill off some halloumi, pop that on the top instead of your chicken. So that's always a nice way to do this dish as well. You can see how beautiful that's all coming together, and hopefully you can see all that layering going on. Okay, and then I'm going to do my cucumbers. Okay, so we're going to do the slicing for the cucumbers as well. So we'll pop that on there. Oh, it's so exciting, isn't it? I bet you're all like, oh, this is the most exciting cookalong ever. Look at it go. Okay, look at me go. Super quick. Oh, I get to... Now, hang on. Remember, if this was facing me, I'd have it that way. Oh, what have I done? Oh, look, the lid there. Hang on, what have I done? This is the problem with working backwards, is I can't see what's going on. You're probably screaming at me going, saying that it's not closed. Okay. There we go. Let's just have it a moment. See, you can fix it even backwards. Nothing is a stress or a worry. Okay, so then we're going to pop our cucumbers on here. Now, if I was doing this myself without an audience, I'd probably be a bit neater. But you don't want to stand there or sit there watching me layer everything out, because at the end of the day, it's going to be okay. We're going to be able to see it from the sides. That's what we want. We're not going to be so judgy on Vanessa's placement of vegetables, are we? No, good. Because at the end of the day, we just want something nice, beautiful, healthy, ready for us to eat, ready for us to entertain. Are you all ready for Christmas is what I'd like to know. I have not done my Christmas shopping, and I probably won't do my Christmas shopping until the 23rd of December. I'm one of those that then spends way too much money because she's in a hurry. Anyway, that's what happens. Oh, how much celery can we get in here? Standing up straight. Celery's great because you can kind of just wedge it in and weed it in, and oh look, we're going to get it all in. Okay, can we get it to push down though? Whoever said no? Okay, guess what? We've done with our vegetables. Celery. If you don't like my order of layering, then you can change it. I won't be offended. I'd like to see your photos, though, when you've done this, because we like to see what other people do and what other people add. If you wanted to do some parmesan on the top with your bacon and your chicken, you could do that as well. You could add some coriander to it. Well, you know me, I would add coriander to it. And that is that. Okay, so we're almost there. How long have I had? Oh, I've been going for 20 minutes. Okay, Oh, so I'm going to show you a trick. Let me just get a blade. Oh, close. Didn't stab myself, but it was close. That's why I don't wear thongs in the kitchen. Anywho. Okay, here we go. Let's get rid of all this. Let's move it along. We're in an awful mess. And we're going to do our mango dressing. So I am going to show you a trick. Now you might go, oh duh, we've done that. Like it's so easy. Who didn't know that? But I'm going to show you anyway. Are you ready? So, mangoes. See how I've got these beautiful pieces of mango? How beautifully pulled out of their skin are they? So this is my trick. You get your mango and cut it into quarters. No, actually stop. No. Cut it in half, okay, round the seed. So leave the seed in. That's one way to do it. So these are usually by Kensington mangoes, but I couldn't get them at the moment. If I buy Kensington, I cut a cheek off to do this trick. But with these ones, they were, what were they called? Can't remember now. They're another brand. Calypso. And when I cut them in half, they actually came apart. See if I can put them back together. And they actually pulled off the seed like that beautifully, so which was great. So what you do is you get yourself a glass, right? And you put the edge of the mango on the edge of your glass, and then all you do is use your hand to run the mango down the glass, and look at that. How good is that? I was so excited by this. I do get excited by the small things. Do it with the other hand though, I'm right-handed. Okay, so you just push, push, push. But look, there's not even like a mango left to stick your face in to make a mess. I know, disappointing in that way. But how good are those mango pieces, especially for your fruit platters and things. So I hope you all got something out of that. Please send us feedback. We'd like to know. Did you learn something tonight? Okay, anyway, moving on. Sorry, I do get a bit excited by the stupid things. So I'm going to pop in my mango. So this is 2 mangoes. You could do less. You can do no more. 2 mangoes is enough at this stage in the mini bowl. If you wanted to do more, you could use the large bowl. Now, I haven't washed up, as you can see, because we don't need to. I'm going to pop in my sweet chilli. I'm going to pop in my lime juice, freshly squeezed. I'm going to pop in my apple cider vinegar. Like I said, if you don't want to use apple cider vinegar, feel free to use white wine vinegar. And then I'm going to add about a tablespoon of delicious oil. And then I'm going to add about a tablespoon of chopped chives. But if you wanted to put coriander in this, I would not be offended. In actual fact, I would be excited. But again, personal preference. But there's no rules in cooking. Do whatever you like. Okay, are you ready? Oh, she got a bit full. One little bit of mango I can see going around and around and around. Oh, there we go, it's done. Now, can I just also give you another trick? So that did spill over a bit in saying that I did use the 2 biggest mangoes that I could possibly find. So I did have a little bit of spillage, but you can stop that. And the way you stop that is to be very careful and gently put a piece of Glad wrap over the bowl. I know. And then let it go, and it's not going to go over on you. But I'm not worried because my bottom bowl was dirty anyway. But am I happy with the consistency of that? Let's have a look. Oh, there's just one little bit of mango just there. I'm going to give one more quick whiz. See? He just decided that he didn't want to join the mango party. So let's just go. Now he's in. Okay, so I would then pop that into a little serving jug. Pop that into the side. Oh my gosh, this smells absolutely delicious. Thank goodness for the dishwasher. Okay, right, so we've got our beautiful salad, we've got our mango dressing, and now we are going to check on our chicken. Are we ready? This is the fun part. Now, normally, once I check on my chicken, I would pop it out and I would let it cool down for a bit. However, I am a risk taker and I'm prepared to burn myself just for you, and I'm going in. If I could take the lid off. Okay, there we go. Ooh, it smells delish. I'm running out of places to put things. I need a pair of tongs. Okay, are you ready? So I'm going to cut the thickest part of this chicken, and we're going to check together whether they are poached. Ooh, yum. About the same, so I'll just pull this one out. Here's the big test. And live Facebook, here we go. Thickest part, oh, it is gliding through. You know what? That is absolutely, look at that. I could probably go, I reckon actually I could probably go another couple of minutes, but that's okay. I'm not going to hold you up. But just cut that thickest part. If it needs another couple of minutes, I would just pop it in there, pop some heat on if you like, but it might just actually need to sit for another 5 or 10. But that's okay, because from this end, we are cooked and I'm happy. Now, if you wanted to shred this chicken, you can shred the chicken. I'm just going to slice it into some slices, and that's what I'm going to pop on the top of my salad. So that part there is all cooked through beautifully. It is just that thick part that probably could do with another couple of minutes, but all of this is fabulous. Oh, and it smells so good. You don't want to over poach the chicken though, let me tell you, because once you over poach it, it gets dry, it's not nice, and that's not what we want. So I'm going to pop those little bits back in, and I actually am not going to put any more temperature on them. I'm just going to leave that itself to actually just go back into that water. And my bay leaf wants to stay. And this one, oh, see, this one's cooked. Oh, it's white, it's very close. I'm just going to pop that back in. Honestly, in a couple of minutes, it'll be completely cooked through, so I'm not even going to put it back onto temperature. And then again, and you can feel when I'm slicing this, it is so moist, and that's what we want. So like I said, I have tried it where I've over poached and it's not nice. It gets a bit leathery, and we don't want that. So we'd rather pull it out slightly under poached and pop it back in for a couple of minutes than we would to over poach it. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm just going to get some clean tongs. Are we ready? So I would now pop all of my chicken over that salad. And like I said, I would normally let this cool down, but we don't have the time or the, we just don't have the time for that tonight, because no one wants to hang around and listen to me talk while my chicken cools down, do we? Okay, and then I would grab some bacon and I would sprinkle that across the top as well. If you wanted to go as far as adding some parmesan, you could add some parmesan onto that. We've got our beautiful salad. We've got our, look at those layers. Can we see that? Doesn't that look just absolutely beautiful? We've got our beautiful mango dressing ready to go. And there we have it in 30 minutes. Look at that. So there we have it. Our last cook-along for 2023. It is a delicious one. It is one that I hope you enjoy a lot through this crazy hot summer that we're about to have. I hope if you're up in far north Queensland that you are okay. I know that it's a bit crazy up there at the moment. Salad's probably the last thing on your mind, but I hope that everyone is safe up there. I hope you all have a fabulous Christmas. From Magimix to all of you, thank you for tuning in this year, watching us do our Facebook Lives. Thank you for all your comments and all of your effort to build the community of our Magimix family. We are very, very grateful for that, and looking forward to a fabulous 2024. Enjoy your salad, and ciao for now.